The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, and Dakota Sprinkler.
That one is flown out towards center field. Elliott Life, a long run dive, and he makes the catch! What a diving grab by Elliott Life out in center field!
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas.
And Keenholz will shoot that out towards the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Another run will come in to score. Keenholz is going to try and get the second. The throw coming in is cut off by the second baseman. It's the second double of the game for Lincoln Keenholz.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you on KCCR by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Birding Electric, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Post 8 will take game 2 by a complete game shutout for Jack Van Kim. A huge win for the Yates.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Xander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds.
And Dean will launch it out to right field. That one's going to get out for a walk-off. 3-run homer. And Post 8 is off to Sunday. Third home run for Bennett Dean of the season.
With the call of today's baseball action, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
And a good afternoon as we welcome you here to Harmon Park as Pierre Post 8 will play 2 games here this afternoon into the evening. Their first matchup is against Spearfish. The Post 164 as we welcome you here to Harmon Park. Spearfish on their way over from playing Mitchell last night to playing here today. They'll play Sioux Falls East and then go down to Yankton and play in the tournament this weekend. So they're getting plenty of baseball on the trip from Spearfish over east of the state. And for Post 8, the final 2 games of the week for them. No games on Friday or Saturday for Post 8. So today is the final game until next week, Tuesday. A rare 6 days off in the summertime for Post 8. So after today, they'll be able to rest up and get ready to go for next Tuesday when they take on Watertown. But here today against a Spearfish team that the record maybe doesn't show that they are playing some good baseball, but when you look at the scores and actually don't look at the record and just look at the scores and the teams they're playing, this is a good baseball team. This is going to be a good matchup between Pierre and Spearfish, and if the 8s are looking at just the record, it's not going to turn out well for them. They've got to be able to play some good baseball because Spearfish is playing good baseball. Some notable final scores, one being that they lost last night in extra innings to Mitchell 6-5. Yeah, that's a team that was second in the state in the high school season. Most of those guys come right over the Legion season, and they end up winning over Spearfish 6-5 in extra innings. Played Post 22, 2 tough games, 4-3 and 1-0 losses for Spearfish. So while that's 0-3 in the record, that's 3 quality games that playing a lesser competition, they're easily 3-0 in those games. So while the record isn't right there for Spearfish, the quality opponents is by far some of the best that they're playing out of anybody in the state right now. And so Post 8 is going to be ready to come today and play against the Spearfish team. And then the 8s after this game will take on Sioux Falls West. So 2 big South Dakota opponents here today. They're 1-2 as Post 8 in South Dakota games so far. And they're looking for a couple of big wins after a loss to Mandan last night. The only game that they played, weather forced the cancellation of game number 2. But the 8s were not able to get the win, lost 15-8 in that ball game to Mandan, where it was 7-6 after 6 innings, an 8-run inning for Mandan, the top of the 7th, extend that lead to 9, and then it ended up being 15-8, where the 3-game winning streak came to an end for Post 8 last night. The 8s will be the visiting team in this ball game. They lost the coin flip to Spearfish. They'll definitely be the visiting team in the second game, with it being the home of Sioux Falls West. But we are getting set for a first pitch between Pierre and Spearfish coming up here from Harmon Park in Sioux Falls. Some matinee baseball for you here on KCCR. Back in 3 minutes with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Harmon Park, getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Spearfish as the umpires are making their way to the field. Might get started a couple minutes early for game number one of our day. We'll have Pierre and Spearfish first, and then it'll be Post 8 and Sioux Falls West to follow here on at KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Let's go through the starting lineups. First for the visitors in Pierre Post 8, George Stalley will be leading off. He is catching here today. Jane Wiebe, the second baseman, batting second. Lincoln Keenels, the shortstop, will bat third. Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, will bat fourth. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, batting fifth. Johnny Lyons, the third baseman, batting sixth. Gary Nedved, the DH, will bat seventh. Matt Hansen, the right fielder, will bat eighth. And Brecken Kruger, the center fielder, is batting ninth. Isaac Pollock is on the mound. He'll make his second start of the summer, as he'll be the Game 1 starter of our doubleheader here today. For the Spearfish Post 164, it is Brady Hartwig, the shortstop, leading things off. Ty Sieber, the first baseman, will bat second. Aiden Hott, the second baseman, batting third. Caden Fireeisen, the third baseman, batting cleanup. Alec Hunstead, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Carter Lyon, the catcher, batting sixth. Cody Chapman, the left fielder, batting seventh. John Bloom, the DH, batting eighth. And Noah Molman, the center fielder, will bat ninth for Spearfish, with Hogan Tystad on the mound for this ball game for Spearfish. This is their only game of the day. They will then take on Sioux Falls East tomorrow and finish the trip down to Yankton, where they will play in a tournament starting on Friday and go through the weekend. So busy week for Spearfish, but playing just one game yesterday, one game today, another game tomorrow, kind of limits how many, while they're playing a lot of games or playing a lot of days in a row, limits how many pitchers have to be used and how many games will be played between Pierre and Spearfish. So the coaches shake hands at home plates. They've exchanged lineup cards. We're just about set to go here for first pitch. We'll step aside for a minute and come back with first pitch. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
And back here at Harmon Park as Spearfish just about to take the field as we are getting set for first game of 2 here today as the 8s will be taking on Spearfish first and then we'll face Sioux Falls West in our second game of our doubleheader here this afternoon. And we welcome you in on KCCR and those watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports and those from the Spearfish area who not making the trip this weekend. I'm glad that you are with us here on KCCR Sports on YouTube. You can also go to kccrradio.com if you have to put the phone down and have to lock the phone. You can also stream us online at kccrradio.com and catch the game as well. We are getting set here for our first pitch. Need a baseball before we get the Hogan Tystad some warm-up pitches. As Post State 3-5 on the season. They won 3 in a row to finish out the Veterans Classic, as they were 0-2 to begin that weekend. They were no hits, and it didn't look too bad going into the later stages of that third game, but it was for that game that Pierre was able to come back down a 5-2 deficit against Fargo, won 9-5 in 8 innings, and then won 8-5 in the second game after being down 5-0 in the ball game. Now we're looking at, we're trying to figure out some baseballs. The base umpire went over to the Spearfish dugout. Now he's making his way over to the third base dugout. And we're trying to find some baseballs here before we get this ball game underway. So a lot of warm-up tosses across the infield and like catching the outfield before we get underway. There we go. Now we've got some baseballs. It is Post State against Spearfish here at Harmon Park in Sioux Falls. Again, Sioux Falls West will play the second game of our doubleheader. Spearfish lost last night 6-5 extra innings. In the 6-5 loss, Chapman threw 7 innings. He threw 91 pitches in those 7 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And then Fireeisen threw 24 pitches, so he's available to come back today. But he threw 2/3 of an inning. He gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, as one of them was the walk-off win for Mitchell. 2 walks and 1 strikeout. The Spearfish team is not going to go away quietly for anybody. And they've shown that so far this year. And while moral victories are good to have early in the season, they're at the time now, especially for the Spearfish team who does not play high school baseball, they just jump into Legion baseball along with Aberdeen, Watertown, Post 22, and Post 320. They're not looking for more victories anymore. They're looking for wins. They're looking for the actual victories, and they're looking to have that start here today and carry into the weekend. Go into tomorrow and then also into Friday through Sunday down in Yankton and play some good baseball down there. They've played some good baseball across this season and continually gotten better and played some really good competition. So George Stalley will lead things off here with just another couple warm-up pitches, and Stalley will be the first hitter for Post State. As we'll go through the order again, George Stalley, the catcher, leading things off. Jaden Weeby, the second baseman, batting second. Lincoln Keenels, the shortstop, batting third. Merkwan, the left fielder, batting cleanup. Dean, the first baseman, batting fifth. Johnny Lyons, the third baseman, batting sixth. Gary Nedved, the DH, batting seventh. Matt Hansen, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Brecken Kruger, the center fielder, rounds out the lineup. So Hogan Tysted is ready to go. First pitch is on its way, and it will miss outside for ball one. And we are underway here at 2:56 in Sioux Falls. Glad you're with us. John Winkler here on this Wednesday afternoon. Some matinee baseball for you. Here's the 1-0. And Staley will foul that one off of his leg, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Staley hitting .267 so far. Slugging percentage of .400. He's got 4 hits so far in the season, one of them being a triple. He has driven home 3 runs through the 8 games that Post 8 has played so far. Here's the 1-1. That one on the outside edge and taken for a strike, and it's now 1-2 here to the leadoff hitter. And Hogan Tystad looking to retire the first man. The righty winds and delivers the 1-2, and Staley fouls it right back to the netting. And we'll do it again here at 1-2. In Post 8, they're looking for win number 4 on the season and winning 4 of the last 5. And then they'll be looking for back-to-back wins as Staley will foul that one out of play. So we will do it again here at 1-2. We talked about it yesterday, and we'll talk about it here again for Post 8. And I believe my stats might be a little bit off. That one's upstairs, and it's now 2-2. But the 8s don't strike out very much. They had struck out 21 times going into yesterday's game. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout to open things up here in the top of the first inning. But in yesterday's game for Post 8, they only struck out twice as well. So that's just the 24th strikeout against Post 8 so far in the season, averaging just around 3 strikeouts against per game, much better than the high school season for this basically same team. First pitch to Jane Wiebe, a check swing, but a full swing, says the home plate umpire, and it's 0-1 here to Jane Wiebe. 0 for 4 yesterday, as that one comes inside, and then it's now 1-1 here to Wiebe. 1-1 is high and outside. Now 2-1. Here to the number 2 hitter for Post 8. 2-1 pitch. Wiebe swings and misses the pitch at the top of the zone. And it's now 2-2. Wiebe hitting .167 on the year so far after that 0 for 4 last night. That one's upstairs, now 3-2 here to Wiebe. He's hit the ball hard. He just hasn't been able to find some green grass or find it through a hole. Here's the payoff pitch. Comes inside. It will miss for ball 4. And a 1-out walk issued to the number 2 hitter. And it will bring up now Lincoln Keenels, the shortstop. Keenels yesterday, he was the leadoff man, went 1 for 4. He doubled to open up the bottom of the first inning for Post 8. And then was retired the next 3 times he came to the plate. As the first pitch, and Wiebe was off with the pitch. He'll get past the first baseman into right field. Wiebe will around second. He's on his way to third. He'll stand up easily. And it's first and third with 1 down. And Lincoln Keenels gets the first hit of the ball game for Post 8. And now here's an opportunity for Jack Merkwan to drive in the game's first run. So Merkwan will come to the plate. He's batting so far .348 on the season. 8 runs driven in. Does have 2 doubles and a triple. Pickoff attempt. And Keenels is out at first base. He is picked off at first. And there's now 2 down. And as quickly as a rally looked like it was starting for Post 8, now Merkwan has to put the ball in play. Can't just put the ball in play to score a run. He's got to get a base hit here for Post 8. I believe that first pitch was called a strike. Here's the next pitch. And a ground ball left side. over the third baseman underneath the glove of the third baseman in Feyereisen. And it will score the game's first run on the air charge to the third baseman. And it's a 1-0 lead here for Post State in the top of the first. And it brings up Bennett Dean. The inning continues. Chapman is out and left. Molman is the center fielder. Sunstad the right fielder. Feyereisen at third base. Hartwig at short. Hunt at second. Sieber at first. Carter Lyon behind the plate. Marquand takes off with the first pitch. He will steal it easily as Lyon couldn't catch the first pitch cleanly. And missed for ball one, and it's a stolen base for Jack Marquand, and he is now in scoring position. Marquand, that's the fourth steal of the season. Dean looking to drive in. Marquand now from second base. 1-0 pitch. That one will bounce to the backstop. It's now a 2-0 count, and Marquand moves up 90 feet. And now is also 90 feet away from scoring with a 2-0 count. You listen to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. Bennett Dean hitting .438 in the season, 6 runs driven in. He has 4 sacrifice flies. This one is not a sacrifice fly opportunity with there being 2 outs. But he can drive in his 7th RBI with a base hit. That one is taken for a strike on the inside edge. Now 2-1. Pretty much straight away here for Bennett Dean, and he'll smoke that into center field. That's going to get over the head of the center fielder and down for extra bases. It's a 2-0 lead as Marquand scores. Bennett Dean rounds second. He's on his way to third. He's going to be standing up at third base. He's going to be waved in, trying to score an inside the Parker. The throw coming in, cut off by the pitcher, and no chance. It's an inside the park home run for Bennett Dean. Goes all the way around. And it's a 3-0 lead for Post States. And the Eights lead it by 3 here on the inside the Parker from Bennett Dean. Drives in 2 on it. The bases are now empty here with 2 away. On the first inning, this has been for Post States. Comes on the heels of Lincoln Keenels being picked off at first. Marquand reaches on an air, and then Dean hits a inside the Parker. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Johnny Lyons. That one will bounce in, and it's now 1-1. As that goes off of both the home plate umpire and Carter Lyon at the plate. Lyons has got the best average on the team so far. .471 batting average for Johnny Lyons. 7 runs driven in. That one will bounce in, now 2-1. He has scored just once, walked once. But he has driven in 7 runs so far for Post State. 7 singles and a double for Johnny Lyons, as that'll bring a mound visit out from Carter Lyons. So here is now the 2-1 pitch from Tystad to Lyons, and that one will miss high for ball 3. And it's now a 3-1 count with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Post State leading 3-0. 3-1 pitch is fouled back to the very top of the netting. Nearly made its way back into the grandstand here at Harmon Park, but the count is now full at 3-2. Here in the top of the first, 2 away, and nobody on. 3-2 pitch. That one is popped up behind home plate. Lyon back near the grandstand. He'll come back and make the catch, and a good play there from Lyon. Made it look easy, and that retires his side. 3-run score on 1 hit in the inning. 2 hits in the inning. There was 1 error, and no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the first, and Post State has a 3-0 lead. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
As we welcome you back here, bottom of the first, 3-0 lead for Post State. Isaac Polak is now on the mound here for Post State. He'll be making his second start of the season. As we go through the Spearfish lineup, Brady Hartwig, the shortstop, leading things off. Ty Sieber, the first baseman, will bat second. Aiden Hout, the second baseman, batting third. Caden Fireeisen, the third baseman, batting cleanup. Alec Hunstead, the right fielder, bat fifth. Carter Lyon, the catcher, batting sixth. Cody Chapman, the left fielder, will bat seventh. John Bloom, the DH, batting 8th, and Noah Molman, the center fielder, will bat 9th for Spearfish. And for Isaac Polak, this will be his second start of the season. First start didn't start out well for Isaac Polak, didn't finish well for Polak. 2 2/3 innings. He gave up 2 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts. The ERA's up at 13.12 and the whip's at 3, but that can easily change with a solid outing from Isaac Polak, and even so, you look at 2 2/3, and for Isaac Polak's standards of what he did last year, it wasn't a good outing, but it wasn't a terrible outing from Isaac Polak by any means. And but again, for Isaac Polak's standards, from what we saw last year from him, we can expect to have a better outing from Isaac Polak, and he will expect the same as well. The first pitch to Brady Hartwig misses inside for ball 1. Hartwig went 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter. As it counts 2-0 to Hartwig. 1 for 1 with a double yesterday against Mitchell. Haught had 2 doubles for the 3 extra base hits. 2-0 pitch, misses the zone. Now 3-0 here, as Isaac Polak trying to find it here in the first batter to Brady Hartwig, the shortstop. Ty Sieber would be on deck, then Aiden Hout. Here's the 3-0. That one will catch the zone, top of the zone. It's now 3-1. Still good hitters count here for the leadoff man in Brady Hartwig. Polak gets the sign. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. It's now 3-2. And from 3-0, now it's a full count at 3-2, and Hartwig's got to protect. Here's a 3-2 from Isaac Polak. Taken for strike 3. And there's one down. And Polak comes back from down 3-0 in the count. Gets 3 straight strikes to strike out his first man. His third strikeout of the season. First one looking from Isaac Polak. And you look at what Polak did, the 2 2/3 against Brookings. That one's fouled out of play on the first pitch to Ty Sieber. And it is 0-1. But he had a 1-2-3 first inning for Isaac Polak. The 8 or so that Post State has had now in the early part of the season, he had one of those 1-2-3 innings. That one's upstairs, and it's now 1-1 here to Ty Sieber. He went 0 for 3 with an RBI yesterday against Mitchell. Here's the 1-1 from Polak. There's a chopper, slow roller right side. Polak will field. He will run it to the bag himself, force Dean off the bag so he can make a 1 unassisted play. And there's 2 down now here in the bottom of the first inning, and it brings up the number 3 hitter, and Aiden Hutt. Hutt went 2 for 4. And both of his hits were doubles yesterday against Mitchell. As a team, they had 6 hits in 8 innings against Mitchell. Here's the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. So he's a threat to have extra bases in a park that's deep out in center. 3:30 down the lines and 4:10 4'10" or 4'18" out in center. The eyes deceive me. Ground ball to the right side, and it will be foul. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here to the number 3 hitter in hot. Caden Feyereisen would be next, and then Hal Hunstead. Here's the 1-1. That one is fouled off the glove of Stallion. It's now 1-2. Jack Merkwan is out in left. Brecken Kruger in center. Matt Hansen at right. Johnny Lyons at third. Lincoln Keenels at short. Jade Wiebe at second. And Bennett Dean at first. With the George Stallion behind the plate and Isaac Pollock delivering the 1-2 pitch. Fouled back, out of play. Another 1-2 pitch upcoming. Again, Post State was scheduled to be in Rapid City both Friday and Saturday. Taking on 22 in a single game on Friday and then playing a doubleheader on Saturday against Casper, Wyoming and Post 22 Hard Hats, but they will not be making the trip out west this weekend. So this is the final games of the week for Post State before next Tuesday rolls around when they'll travel to Watertown. So it's pretty much all hands on deck. Outside of those pitchers that are unavailable, pretty much all hands on deck because then everybody will be available by the next time you come out to the field next Tuesday against the Watertown team. They're another squad that does not play spring baseball. They jump right into Legion baseball. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Pollock will get a strikeout in a 1-2-3 inning for Isaac Pollock here in the bottom of the first. We have the top of the second. Pierre leads Spearfish 3-0. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Shane's Pharmacy. Your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner. They will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Verdig Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdig Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdig Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdig Electric, 224-8684.
As we welcome you back here to the top of the second, and Post State's leading 3-0 over Spearfish Post 164, and it will be 7, 8, and 9, as it'll be Gary Nedved, Matt Hansen, and Brecken Kruger, the first three hitters to open things up here in the second inning. Post State had 3 runs on 2 hits and one Spearfish error. Nobody left on base in that top of the first to open things up with a 3-0 lead. Here's Gary Nedved. First pitch is taken for strike one. Here is the 0-1 to Nedved. That one will bounce in, get to the backstop, and the count is at a ball and a strike. Nedved looking to continue to get that bat hot here in the summer months, as he'll foul that one back, and it's 1-2. Yesterday, Nedved went 1 for 3 before Connor Bruce came in to pitch. Actually, Nedved came in to pitch, and then Bruce relieved him. And got an opportunity to swing the bat, did Bruce. There's a ground ball left side, fielded by the third baseman Feyereisen. The throw to first is in time. And the leadoff man retired here in the top of the second. It's a good play there by Feyereisen, as he didn't wait on the ball to try and play him. He went to go and play the ball and scooped it up off the ground and didn't even make that next short hop. He was able to get to it before it had that short hop. And retires Nedved for the first out, and it will bring up the right fielder in Matt Hansen. Hansen yesterday went 1 for 4 with an RBI double back in the bottom of the first inning that opened things up to a 5-1 lead for Post State. And while they had been the beneficiary of the 2 come from behind wins, it was Mandan that came from behind to win that one last night. And that one's over for a strike, and it's now 1-1 here to Matt Hansen. Here's the 1-1. And Hanson goes the other way, inside outside to right field, down for a base hit. And Matt Hanson's a one-out base runner for Post State here in the top of the second inning. And he'll bring up Brecken Kruger. It's a good piece of hitting there from Hanson to go the other way. The lost form of going the other way. That is all launch angles and hit the ball as far as you can. Don't ever go the other way. Because why would you want to go the other way when you have 8 guys on the right side of the field and you can go hit the ball on the left side of the field with only 1 guy? But no, I'd rather try and swing for a home run instead. Kruger swings and fouls the first pitch back. And it's 0-1 here to Kruger. Pickoff attempt. Back in safely is Hanson over at first base. But I guess when the money is there and saying, well, we'd rather pay you to hit 30 bombs and strike out 100 times than hit 25 bombs and get on base 40% of the time, then I guess you go where the money is. That's the way it feels like these days in Major League Baseball. It's all about the launch angle, never going the other way. Here's the 0-2. Instead, a step off from a Ty Stad, and he'll get Pierre in, get the sign again. Here's the 0-2. That one is upstairs to Kruger, and it's now 1-2. Kruger did not play yesterday, battling sickness, but back in the lineup today, feeling much better. Probably was feeling good enough last night, but wanted to make sure. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. The runner takes off for second. The throw to second, and Hanson is in there safely as the ball gets into center field. So a strikeout of Kruger, a stolen base of Matt Hanson. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the second, and it brings up the top of the order in George Stalley. Stalley struck out swinging his first trip to the plate. With a base hit and Matt Hanson at second base. He could score from second, making a 4-0 lead here for Post State. As we play here in the top of the second. Here's the first pitch. That one's fouled right back. And it's 0-1. Hanson with a 1-out single. He's now at second with 2 away. And top man in the order, George Stalley. 0-1 pitch. Stalley will reach for it, foul it back. And we will now have an 0-2 count. Much different look here at Harmon Park. The backdrop, the netting has all been dropped down. They did not have that down at all during the high school season. It was just the chain link fence, and now it's all covered up in the back. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Stalley upstairs. And it's now 1-2. Be back here again, the Dakota Classic. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. We'll be in the Sioux Falls East. The Sioux Falls East pool. That one was missed low. Stalley was able to check his swing, hold up in time. So the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Stalley up the middle. That's going to be down for a base hit. Matt Hanson around third. He will come in to score without a play. And George Stalley with a 2-out RBI single gives Post State a 4-0 lead here in the top of the second. Good piece of hitting on 2 strikes there for Stalley. He continues to hit the ball, see the ball well. And he has opened things up to a 4-0 advantage now for Post State. Still with 2 outs here in the top of the second as Jaden Wiebe will come to the plate. Wiebe walked and came around to score. And Wiebe will sky the first pitch out to center field as Molman will make his way over to right center field. He'll make the catch and retires his side here in the top of the second. But a run does score on 2 hits in the inning. There are no errors and 1 man left on base. We have played an inning and a half, and Post State has a 4-0 lead over Spearfish. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Bottom of the second, Post States has a 4-0 lead over Spearfish. Joe Winkler here on this Wednesday afternoon for some matinee baseball, as it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Caden Feiereisen, Alec Hunstad, and Carter Lyon. The first three hitters here for Spearfish post 164. And Spearfish, again, they come in with a team that the record doesn't look like it would be, as good a team as they are. 3-17 right now, but with a 6-5 loss to Mitchell. You look at some of the other games. They let one go to Aberdeen. They did beat Aberdeen. They lost 4-3 to Post 22, 1-0 to Post 22 again. They beat Gillette. They lost 8-1, 7-1 to Post 320, 3-1 to Post 320, and the Fargo Post 400 team that Post 8 saw last Saturday, they lost 8-1 to them. So, and Fargo, we know how good of a team that Fargo is. Pierre was, I don't want to say fortunate to win, but they had to play well to get that win. They were able to make that comeback happen. So here's Caden Feiereisen. First pitch to him. He'll swing and foul that one off of, looks like both Staley and the home plate umpire. Feiereisen went 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs in the game yesterday for the Spearfish Spartans. 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. It's now 1-1. Isaac Pollock with a 1-2-3 inning, the second so far of the season for Pollock. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is fouled back, and it's now 1-2. Pollock, who, along with Dean, did not play college baseball this past spring, but kept in shape and came back this summer to play baseball one more time. Aaron Booth, who is looking to get through an injury that he sustained over when he was at Dakota State over this past year, looking to get through that, and be able to pitch at some point here this summer. There's a line shot to Wiebe at second. The catch is made. The leadoff man retired to open up the bottom of the second inning, as Wiebe is right there. And they'll bring up Alec Hunstead, the right fielder. These three super seniors for Post State, especially Dean, who will be a fixture in the lineup throughout the entire season, and Pollock will pretty much be pitching, maybe not pitching solely against South Dakota opponents, but for the most part will probably throw against South Dakota opponents. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. He will be a guy that you end up going to late in the season for needing a big win. He was that guy last year for Post State. That one misses, and it's now 2-0. It was a lot of fun to watch Isaac Pollock throw last spring and into last summer. And we talked about it up here a lot last year on KCCR. That one is at the letters, and it's now 2-1. Greg Dean and I talked about it a lot, that Isaac Pollock, he's not a flashy guy. He doesn't blow it by you. He doesn't get that many strikeouts, but everything he throws just moves. It's sometimes odd to see, odd to pick up, and hard to pick up. From the release point of what Pollock has, he says all elbows and knees from Isaac Pollock as he delivers a 3-1 pitch. That one will be out missing high and outside for ball 4, and the first base runner now aboard for Spearfish, and it'll bring up Carter Lyon. And one of the, if I remember correctly too, it has to be the biggest snub off the All-State team. And one that just can't believe he didn't make the All-State team. The way he threw it, and I mean, he had a point last year where he threw a complete game, and I don't know how many pitches he threw, but he threw it in a 7-inning complete game, as there's a swing and a miss by Carter Lyon for strike 1. Threw a 7-inning complete game in under the 80 pitch count, or under the 75 pitch count, so he could have had just 3 days of rest and came back and pitched again. That's hard to do. To have a guy throw that few pitches in a 7-inning complete game, get a win, and say, well, technically if we need him on the 4th day, he can throw because he didn't go across the threshold for a 4-day mandatory rest. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Lyon. It's now 0-2. That was one of the most impressive games I think I've ever seen anybody pitch. And Isaac Pollock just went out there whole hum and mowed everybody down. And didn't even mow anybody down. He just got them out. Walked back to the dugout and got right back out on the mound the next inning and just continued to throw strikes. And he was feeling very good on that day. There's a lot of days that he was feeling pretty good. Even when he may not have been feeling pretty good, he was still throwing pretty good last year. Count is 1-2. Here to Carter Lyon. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball right side. That will get out of play. And it remains at 1-2. Cody Chapman, the left fielder, is on deck. But a ground ball can get you out of this inning. From Isaac Pollock, who comes set from the stretch, to Carter Lyon. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Pollock. His 3rd now of the day. And there's 2 away, and it brings up Cody Chapman. It was, that was what was so fun about last season, was you had a good pitching staff, and not that this pitching staff isn't worse, any better, whatever it is, just to look back at it and reminisce about that season last year was the pitching staff that you had, which included Isaac Pollock, who was just dominant throughout the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's upstairs. It's now 2-0. Here to Cody Chapman. Chapman did not play yesterday. Actually, he threw the first 7 innings before it was relieved by Fireeisen. Through 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts against Mitchell. But he left with a no decision as the game ended up going into extra innings. 3-0 pitch. That one will just miss. And it's now a 2-out walk. And it's 1st and 2nd. 2 walks issued in the inning here by Isaac Pollock. And here's John Bloom, the DH. Bloom did not hit yesterday. But he's got the opportunity here in his first at-bat of this week to get Spearfish on the board. Runners at 1st and 2nd here with 2 away in the bottom of the 2nd inning. First pitch over for strike 1. Here to John Bloom, the DH. Noah Molman is on deck. He's the number 9 man in the order. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. And Pollock a strike away from getting out of this inning. Runner on second, that's Hunstad. Chapman at first. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Pollock will get the strikeout. His now 4th of the day, and he retires his side here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. After 2 complete, it's a 4-0 lead for Post 8 over Spearfish. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
We welcome you back here, top of the 3rd inning, Post 8. They are leading 4-0 over Spearfish. John Winkler here on this Wednesday afternoon, and you might have been able to hear through the crowd. My guess, it is raining here at Harmon Park. Not a whole lot of rain falling, but the rain's starting to subside already. As the 8s will have 3, 4, and 5. Lincoln Keenels, Jack Merkwan, and Bennett Dean be the first 3 hitters to open up here in the top of the 3rd inning. And we have a new pitcher on the mound. Alec Sundstad will be the new man to throw for Spearfish, and the right fielder, we'll see where everybody will be lined up at. But with him coming to the mound, you either bring the DH in, John Bloom, to play the field, or he'll be out for the ball game. But we'll wait to see exactly. Looks like maybe, well, I can't even see what that number was out in right field where Sunstead came from. So we'll try and get the full position changes as we're able to here. But it'll be Lincoln Keenels to lead things off. He is 1 for 1. He was picked off first after he got the base hit. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Lincoln Keenels as we play here in the top of the 3rd. 4-0. Post 8 leads it. Scored 3 in the first, another 1 in the second. 1-0 pitch is outside, and it's now 2-0. Pitch missing outside, and it's now 3-0. So Tystead moves to second, and Hott moves to right field on a 3-0 pitch. Keenels gets the green light. He gets a base hit. Trying to get one right over the middle, and Keenels plays it into left field for a base hit, and he's leadoff man. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game. When you're the 3-hole hitter and you get the green light, this guy might get a green light too at 3-0. Jack Merkwan, he comes to the plate. Rishon Ayer, which scored the game's first run and kept the inning going for Bennett Dean to get the inside the park home run. And he'll swing at the first pitch and pop that one foul and out of play. As we'll close the book then on Tystad. He went 2 innings, yes. Gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, only 1 of them earned. He had 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. As Alex Sundstead is now on to pitch here for Spearfish. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 0-2 here to Jack Merquan. Keenels leads away from first. Here's the 0-2. Merquan does not swing. The throw to second as Keenels will swipe the bag as the throw is high. And they're going to appeal to the base umpire to see if Merquan swung, but he did not. So a stolen base for Keenels. The count is now 1-2. And Merquan, a base hit, can extend the lead to 5 here for Post State. That one, Merquan saw it all the way and was taken all the way as he bent down to watch that go just the bottom of the zone. And the count moves to 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block there from the catcher and Lyon to keep that thing in front. We'll make it a 3-2 count now to Jack Merquan, the runner on second. Nobody out here in the top of the third. 3-2 is outside for a ball 4. And it's now first and second here with nobody out, and Bennett Dean now will come to the plate. Dean hit the inside the park home run in his first trip to the plate. Hit over the center fielder Molman's head. And it went all the way to the wall. Now they're going to show bunt. Pull it back for ball 1. So after hitting inside the Parker, Brian White yelled out some numbers that had a Bennett Dean showing bunt. He was able to pull it back and taking it for ball 1. Now here's the 1-0 pitch to Dean. He'll show bunt again, pull it back, and now he'll take it for a strike, and it's now 1-1. The count at 1-1 with the runners at first and second. 1-1 pitch. Dean will take it on the outside edge, top of the zone, and the count is now 1-2. Here to the 8th first baseman. 2 RBIs so far here in the ball game. You got another one out there in second base. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Dean. And Dean will get a hold of it out towards left center field. Moving over is Molman. He'll make the catch. Not deep enough for Keenels to tag. And there's one down now here in the top of the third inning. Here is Johnny Lyons to the plate. And for Bennett Dean, he's done a very good job so far. And a guy that's, you don't play college, didn't play college baseball, so you didn't play any spring ball, so you come into the season and maybe the nerves are a little bit more because you're trying to get back into the groove of it. But for Dean, he was retired right there. He's hitting over 400. As the first pitch is over for strike 1 to Johnny Lyons. He has not yet been a strikeout victim. One of the few guys that has not been a strikeout victim. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He comes inside and hits Lyons, but the count is now 1-1. And that's saying something because you look at across the board here. You have Lincoln Keenels, who has not struck out, and Jaden Wiebe not struck out, and Bennett Dean. Those guys are the only ones that have not struck out at the plate. As the count's now 1-2. That's pretty good company on the team itself to be in a category of the guys that haven't been a strikeout victim so far in the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch now to Johnny Lyons. And Lyons will put that one out towards left field. Coming in, the catch is going to be made by the left fielder. The throw back to second. And Keenels is out at second base. He is doubled off. And the inning will come to an end. And Post State had the first 2 guys on base. But it turns into a double play to finish it out in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. It's a 4-0 lead for Post State over Spearfish. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Bottom of the third inning, it's a 4-0 lead here for Post States. John Winkler here on this Wednesday afternoon as Isaac Pollock through the first 2 innings. They'll now have 9-1-2 to deal with here in the bottom of the third. And for it will be Hogan Tystad that will take the place of John Bloom in the lineup as he takes over in second base after he was the pitcher through the first 2 innings. So Noah Molman will be the first man to come to the plate. Be followed by Brady Hartwig and then Ty Sieber. Here's the first pitch. That'll miss for ball 1 as we open things up here in the bottom of the third. Molman yesterday went 1 for 2 with an RBI against Mitchell. As the count is 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball left side for Keenels at short. Long throw. It's a high throw. It will get past Dean, and it will get all the way across the side. Taking second base will be Molman. And there is charge to Lincoln Keenels, and there's a runner on second to open things up here in the bottom of the third. It will be Brady Hartwig now, who struck out looking the first trip to the plate. An early RBI opportunity in the bottom of the third here for Brady Hartwig. First pitch to him is taken for strike 1. Pollock went down 3-0 in the count to Hartwig to open up the bottom of the first inning. And then came back and was able to strike out Hartwig in the next 3 pitches. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in, and the count is now at 1-1. Pierre facing Spearfish in this ball game, and then we'll face Sioux Falls West coming up after this one. Scheduled for right around a 5 o'clock start, maybe 5:30 start time. 1-1. Upstairs it's now 2-1. Once we get done here in our doubleheader on KCCR, you can catch the NBA Finals. Coverage starts at 7:30, but if Post State carries past 7:30, we'll continue to have you here on at KCCR until we get to the end of the broadcast and send you out to Boston for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. The series tied 1-1. Count is 3-1. Here to Hartwig. On deck is Ty Sieber. Here's the 3-1 from Pollock. Swing and a miss. Good cut there from Hartwig. Good pitch from Pollock, and it's now a full count here with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Foul tip in the mid of Staley, so that's a strikeout for Isaac Pollock. His now 5th of the ball game, and there's one down and a big strikeout of the leadoff man in the order. And it brings up Ty Sieber, who grounded back to Pollock. It was one unassisted in his first trip to the plate. Here's the first pitch to Sieber. Line shot right back at Pollock. Gets through for a base hit. Rounding third and coming in to score as the throw comes in. Cut off by Dean in front of the mound, and it's now a 4-1 ball game. An RBI single for Ty Sieber. An unearned run against Isaac Pollock, but an RBI for Sieber nonetheless, and it's a 4-1 ball game with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. And it brings up Aiden Hotz. Hotz struck out swinging in his first trip to the plate, and that's the first hit from Spearfish as well. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Pierre. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for Spearfish. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Aiden Hotz. Ground ball can get you out of this inning. Back-to-back lefties here in the order for Spearfish. Here's the 0-1. That one is upstairs, and the count is even at a ball and a strike to the Spearfish now right fielder. Here's the 1-1 from Pollock. Swing and a miss again. Came inside on Hotz. It was a good pitch. Wasn't going to be a strike, but just swinging through it was Hotz. So the count is now 1-2. Here's a 1-2 from Pollock. Curveball that didn't break in time. It's upstairs and outside. The count's now 2-2. And a ground ball can get you out of this inning. Here's the 2-2. That one will bounce in, get to the backstop. And the second base, rounding second. A long round of seconds for Sieber, but he will stop at second base, and the count is now 3-2 with a runner on second and 1 down. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. Wiebe will field at second. The only play is the first. There's now 2 down. The runner moves up 90 feet to third. And it will bring up Caden Feierheisen with 2 away and a runner 90 feet away from cutting the lead in half here in this inning. A 4-1 lead for Post State with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Feierheisen lined out to Wiebe in his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch. It was fouled off the end of the bats from Feierheisen. Pollock would be looking for his 6th strikeout. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. 1 so far here in the third. Here's the 0-1 from Pollock to Feierheisen. This is upstairs. And even at a ball and a strike. Again for Post State. After today, they will not play again until next week, Tuesday, when they travel to Watertown. 1-1 is at the letters. It is now 1-2. They will go to Watertown and then be off until the Dakota Classic on that Friday. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one will miss low and outside. It's now 2-2. After the Dakota Classic, then the schedule gets very, very busy. Or I guess at the beginning of the Dakota Classic, the schedule starts to get really busy. They'll play those 3 days, have Monday off, then play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday before the Minot tournament, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That one's fouled back, and it remains at 2-2. And then on Mitchell, on the 29th, before they finish out the week, the 30th and 1st. So they'll play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday again of that following week. Well, this is your time to breathe before things really pick up all the way to the end of the season. 2-2 pitch is popped up, foul, and out of play behind him. That one crashed down hard on top of the grandstand. As it puts a little buzz in the crowd. So here is a 2-2 pitch again from Isaac Pollock to Caden Fireheisen. That one will get to the backstop over the head of George Stalley. Run will come in to score. And it's now a 4-2 ball game. With the full counts, bases clear now, and 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Post State still leading 4-2. And Pollock trying to avoid it now, a 2-out walk. They'll work back from the windup. And here's the payoff pitch. Taken for strike 3, and that will retire the side. 2 strikeouts again in the inning for Isaac Pollock. 2-run score on 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left on base after 3 completes. 4-2, Pierre leads over Spearfish. You listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
As we welcome you back here to the top of the 4th inning, Post State leading 4-2 over Spearfish. John Winkler here on this Wednesday afternoon as the Eights, just about halfway through this game, have a 4-2 lead, scored 3 in the first and 1 in the second. But then 2 runs in the bottom of the third for Spearfish as cut the lead in half for the Eights, and they will have 7, 8, and 9 due up here in the top of the 4th inning. Gary Nedved, Matt Hansen, and Brecken Kruger. Post State scored a run in that second inning when these 3 led off the second inning. Here's the first pitch from Sundstad, and he caught his foot on the just past the rubber, so now we'll do the first pitch. That one will bounce in, and that would be a balk if a runner is on base. Nothing here with nobody on base, although I guess technically it could have been a ball called on Sundstad. Either way, it's still 2-0 now to Gary Nedved. Sundstad just started to trip over the rubber when he put his foot down, he was losing balance. So the count's now 3-0 here to Nedved. And probably taking all the way here is the Post State senior. He'll take it for ball 4. Doesn't matter if there was going to be a play or not, or a extra ball called or not. It turns into a 4-pitch walk. And the leadoff man aboard for now Matt Hansen, who was 1 for 1 single, then came in to score on the RBI base hit from Stalley back in the top of the second. Matt Hansen's had a good start to the summer season as he waits on the first pitch and it misses inside for ball 1. That's 5 straight misses now from Sundstad to start this ball game, or to start this top of the 4th inning. That one will be taken for a strike, and it's now 1-1. Matt Hansen hitting at .286 so far in the season. 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. He had got another base hit, pickoff attempt, and back in safely is Nedved over at first. On base percentage of .400, an OPS at .781 for Matthew Hansen. Upstairs now 2-1. And for Hanson, he will still be having playing a sport on Saturday, even though Post State won't be playing. He'll be down in Vermilion, the All-Star football game to be played on Saturday. That one is over for strike. It's now 2-2. The Lone Pierre Governor selected to play in that game. And he will represent the Pierre Governors in the All-Star game on Saturday, and good luck to him. And hopefully the quarterbacks find him, as off with the pitch was Nedved. He'll round second. Now he's on his way to third. The throw coming to third, and Nedved is thrown out trying to take third base. So Nedved rounded second with he was off with the pitch. He rounded second after the ball went to the backstop and ended up getting thrown out trying to take third base. Looked like he almost slid underneath the tag, but was called out. So now there's one down with nobody on base, and now Matt Hansen will draw a walk. Or that's only ball 3. I had a 2-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it will be another ball. I think he ended up walking him on 5 pitches on ball 5 instead of ball 4. So it's still a one-out walk. And now Hansen on at first base, and it will bring up Brecken Kruger. Kruger struck out swinging his first trip to the plate. One out here in the top of the 4th inning. Kruger bunts the ball down the third base line. Feierheisen will play. The throw to first is just in time to get Kruger out at first, and there's 2 away. But he's able to move Matt Hansen to scoring position now for George Stalley on the sack bunt. And it will bring up Stalley, who already singled home Hansen once this ball game. He's 1 for 2 with that RBI. Struck out swinging in the first, base hit in the second. And Stalley trying to get one of those 2 runs back here. First pitch is outside for ball 1 to George Stalley. 2 outs, runner on second here in the top of the 4th. Here's the 1-0. Stalley get a piece of it, and it will foul it back. And it's even at a ball and a strike. Again, after this game, Post State will play Sioux Falls West. Spearfish is their only game today. Here's the 1-1. Hansen takes off for third. The throw to third will almost get into left field, but Hansen will steal it easily as it counts now 2-1. And he is 90 feet away. A base hit or pass ball will get him to score. And here is the 2-1 pitch. On the outside edge, it's now 2-2, and Stalley's got to protect. Trying to score that runner at third. Here's the 2-2. Stalley down the first base line. It was in foul territory. Snuck back its way into fair territory, and stepping on the bag at first was Sieber to retire the side here in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 4-2 lead for Pierre over Spearfish. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
If you're in the market for a new home, call my mom or grandma, Kathy. Sunshine Properties is my mom and my grandma.
When you're ready to buy or sell, rely on us, Kathy Sunshine Properties. We'll help you to buy or sell with confidence. When you're out and about, stop and see us at our new location on the corner of Capitol and Central here in Pierre.
Hey you.
Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Bottom of the fourth inning, and Post States has a 4-2 lead over Spearfish. John Winkler here. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. A 3-0 lead for Post State after the top of the first, when it was a error that kept the inning alive, scoring Jaden Wiebe with 2 outs, and then Bennett Dean hit a 2-run inside the park home run to make it 3-0. Post State made it 4-0 on the RBI single from George Stalley. And then it was a base hit from Ty Seaver with 2 outs, or 1 out, to make it a 4-1 ball game. And then ended up being a wild pitch that got the second run to score to make it 4-2. And that is where we stand here in the bottom of the fourth inning with 5, 6, and 7. Alec Hunstad, Carter Lyon, and Cody Chapman be the first 3 hitters here for the Spearfish post 164. First pitch, a swing and a miss by Hunstad, and the now pitcher for Spearfish. He walked his first trip to the plate. That was back in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss low and outside. Now 1-1. Isaac Pollock, I think he's got both the runs are unearned against him. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Yeah, both runs are unearned against Isaac Pollock in 3 innings of work. Just 1 hit, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts for Pollock. Pitch number 66 of the day for Isaac Pollock. Will miss low and outside, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And after today, Post States will wait until Tuesday to take on Watertown, of the full weekend off. A lot of kids taking the ACT. 2-2 pitch, looked at for strike 3, and strikeout number 7 of the day for Isaac Pollock. And that will start the bottom of the 4th inning, and it brings up Carter Lyon, who is one of those 7 strikeout victims. Brady Hartwig, the only guy that's struck out twice so far in his 2 trips to the plate. But Lyon and then Cody Chapman. With 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the first pitch from Pollock. Taken for a strike at the top of the zone. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Isaac Pollock. That one is upstairs, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Again, Lyon 0 for 1, did not play yesterday against Mitchell. That one will bounce in, and it's now 2-1 here to the catcher for Spearfish. 2-1 with 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. Post State leads it 4-2 over Post 164. 2-1 pitch. That one bounces in, and it's now 3-1. Pollock with the 2 walks. Both of them came in the second inning. He's able to work around both of those walks. The first pitch got hit into play for a line shot in the second. There was a walk, strikeout, walk, strikeout. So it was all Isaac Pollock and George Stalley back there after the first ball was, or the first batter hit the ball in play. 3-1 pitch, that will be ball 4, and the third walk issued from Isaac Pollock. And there's now 1 on and 1 out, and it brings up Cody Chapman, the left fielder. Chapman also walked his first trip to the plate. He was stranded at first base. So far, it has been 2 men left on base for Spearfish, and that was in the second when both those guys walked. Here's the first pitch. Upstairs, right at the letters, and it's 0-1 here to Cody Chapman. Hogan Tystad is on deck now. Again, he was the starting pitcher, was not in the lineup John Bloom was the DH, but Tystad lasted just 2 innings on the mound and went to go play second. The runner takes off for a second, a high pitch, a throw due second, not going to be in time. And it's now 1-1, and a stolen base by Carter Lyon. Actually, probably a courtesy runner for Carter Lyon. The count is now 1-1. Here to Cody Chapman, that son finding his way out here at Harmon Park. 1-1 pitch, that one's fouled back. And that one nearly came into the grandstand. That netting here hooks down, loops down, so it's not perfectly sitting above the grandstand. So a ball can be placed just right and can still find its way in the grandstand. So for the most part, you don't have to really be paying attention to a foul ball, but a lot of times you got to be keeping an eye out. That one will get to the backstop. Counts now 2-2, and 90 feet away is Carter Lyon over at third base with a 2-2 count and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. For Isaac Pollock, a strikeout would be big. And then the force out could go anywhere. Here's the 2-2 from Isaac Pollock with the infield starting to creep its way in. Swing and a miss, a foul tip in the midst of Stalley, and there's another strikeout, 8th strikeout of the ball game for Isaac Pollock, and there's now 2 down, and it will bring up Hogan Tystad, his first at-bats here. Tystad yesterday went 1 for 4. He scored a run against Mitchell. Played third base for Spearfish in that 6-5 loss. It's going to be 6-5 loss. First pitch is outside for ball 1. John Bloom finished the day 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1 to Tystad. A ground ball, fly ball, anything gets you out of this inning. Keeping that run over at third base. Here's the 1-1 from Pollock to Tystad. From the windup, he delivers. Good block there from George Stalley. That one was out in the left-handed batter's box. He's able to find his way over there and keep the ball in front. The count is now at 2-1. So here's the 2-1 from Pollock to Tystad. Curveball that misses up high, and it's now 3-1. On deck is Noah Molman, who reached on air to lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning, which scored those 2 runs. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Taking it for a strike at the knees, and is now 3-2, and Pollock a strike away from getting out of this inning. Here in the bottom of the 4th in a 4-2 ball game. Here's the 3-2. Upstairs, so it will be ball 4. And it's now 1st and 3rd with 2 away. And it brings up Noah Molman. So this inning started with the strikeout, a walk, strikeout, walk, and we'll see what this 5th batter can have here in the bottom of the 4th. Maybe think about that runner from first taking off with a pitch. With 2 outs, runners at 1st and 3rd. Some strategy being played from both sides. We'll see if Tystad takes off. Does not on the first pitch. Takes it high for ball 1, does Molman. Getting reached on air to kick off the bottom of the 3rd. He came around to score on the RBI single from Ty Siebert. Here's the 1-0. That one also upstairs, and Pollock, the release point has been too high in the last couple of pitches, and Coach Brian White's making his way out to talk with his starting pitcher, and Isaac Pollock. With a 2-0 count, this will be pitch number 86 of the day for Pollock. And actually, it's going to end the day for Pollock. So in a 2-0 count, Jane Wiebe will come to the mound, and Pollock's day will come to an end. So we'll step aside for a minute. We'll come back and tell you all the changes. You listen to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Back here, Jane Wiebe is now on the mound for Post States. He'll have a 2-0 count to start with the batter in Noah Molman. As Jet Zabel comes into the ball game, he will play right field. Matt Hansen will move from right to second, and Zabel will be in Gary Nedved's spot, which will be due up 6 in the inning in the top of the 5th. Isaac Pollock went 3 2/3 innings. He gave up 1 hit, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, but he is still responsible for the 2 guys that are at first and third right now. So he will have to try and get this last out, does Wiebe, to keep then from at least one of these 2 runs to come in to score. Pollock with no earned runs against. 2 runs so far scored, but both of them were unearned from Isaac Pollock. So here's Noah Molman with 2 outs and runners at first and third. And a 2-0 count. Wiebe will come set from the stretch. Here's the first pitch from Wiebe, and it's fouled back and out of play, and it's now 2-1. Pollock threw 85 pitches on the day. 42 of the 85 for strikes, so 50-50 percentage. There's a ground ball to the left side. Johnny Lyons will field across the diamond, and Jane Wiebe comes in, throws 2 pitches, and gets out of the inning without allowing to score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 5th. Post State leads at 4-2 over Spearfish. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
ComTech is a total technology solutions provider. ComTech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into ComTech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. ComTech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at comtechplus.com. ComTech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Top of the 5th inning, Post States, they lead at 4-2 over Spearfish. John Wickler here, Jane Wiebe, the now pitcher, Lincoln Keenels and Jack Merkwan, 2, 3, and 4 for the 8s. We'll get things started here in the 5th inning. Post State again leading 4-2. They led 4-0 before 2 runs came in to score in the bottom of the 3rd. But Isaac Pollock will end his day 3 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, He gave up 2 runs, but both were unearned for Pollock. So that ERA will drop down quite a bit with 3 2/3 of technical scoreless baseball from Isaac Pollock. Wiebe will lead things off as he is 0 for 1 so far, walked and also flew out to the center fielder. And for Jaden Wiebe, his average has dipped below 200. But when we look at some of the advanced stats, and one being the quality at-bats from Jaden Wiebe, the quality at-bat percentage from Wiebe is 19.35%. He's had 6 quality at-bats of the 24. But he doesn't strike out very often because he has not struck out at all so far on the season. But he's looking to up that average at 167. First pitch misses for ball 1 as we kick off the top of the 5th inning. Halfway done here in game 1. We've got game 2 still on tap against Sioux Falls West. 1-0 pitch is grounded foul down the third base line, and it was now 1-1. And here on this Wednesday, we'll be back next Tuesday with Post State baseball, but we'll still have plenty of live sports on KCCR through the next week. Tomorrow we have the second game of the Women's College World Series. Tonight is game 1, but we have the NBA Finals tonight. We'll have the NBA Finals in game number 4 on Friday. There's a swing and a miss by Wiebe, and the count is now 2-2. Then Saturday evening, we'll have game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals between Tampa Bay and New York, which that one will have to go at least 6 games. There's a line shot by Wiebe. That's through for a base hit. He's got his first hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 2 now. And it will bring up the number 3 hitter in Lincoln Keenels. Keenels is 2 for 2 with 2 singles so far. He's been thrown out of the base pass twice. Picked off at first and then back picked at second on a double play. So Wiebe will get his lead at first. Here's Lincoln Keenel's first pitch, taken for strike 1. And then on Sunday, we have Sunday Night Baseball back into Monday for NBA Finals game number 5, as it will be back in Golden State. Then we've got post-state baseball then on Tuesday, as the count is 1-1. Look at that, even with no games for post-state through the weekend, we still got you covered on KCCR with plenty of live sports. 1-1 is at the letters. It's now 1-2. Softball, basketball, hockey, baseball. 4 different sports to bring you Thursday through Monday. And still basketball later on tonight. Here's the 1-2. Wiebe takes off. Keenels goes the other way to the right field. Coming in, diving for it, can't make the catch. It gets past the right fielder and out. Rounding third is Wiebe after he had to stutter step to wait for that ball to drop down. Wiebe will score without a play. It'll be a triple for Lincoln Keenels and an RBI, and a 5-2 lead now for Post State. Hott nearly got to it. We probably wouldn't have been able to double up Wiebe at first base, but Wiebe had to wait just a little bit. When it didn't matter with the diving attempt from Hott getting past him, turns into an RBI triple for Lincoln Keenels, and now a 5-2 lead for Post State. And now here is Jack Merkwad. He'll swing at the first pitch, fly it out to right field. Keenels will wait for the tag. The catch will be made by Hott, the right fielder, in foul territory. Keenels will tag and score. It's now a 6-2 lead for Post State. Hott was able to make the catch out in foul territory on the right side, but it still scores Keenels. And there's now 1 down, nobody on base, a 6-2 lead for Post State. And Bennett Dean to the plate. An inside the park home run. There's a line shot by Dean out to right field, but it's going to hang up for Hott to make the play. And there's now 2 down. Dean hit that on the nose out to right field. But it's 2 down, and it brings up Johnny Lyons, who is 0 for 2 so far. Popped out in foul territory in his first trip behind the plate and also flew out to left field in the top of the third. Post State has gotten those 2 runs back. Took an extra inning to get those 2 runs back. As the first pitch misses for ball 1 to Johnny Lyons. Jet Zabel will now be on deck. It'll be his first plate appearance of the day. Taking over in Gary Nedved's spot in the DH position as Wiebe went to the mound and Zabel went out to the field. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-0. Here to Johnny Lyons. The team leader in batting average, 2-0 pitch. That one will also bounce in, now 3-0. And even though he's got the team lead in batting average, probably has a red light. And to take this 3-0 pitch. Here comes the 3-0. Lyons does take all the way, and it is over for a strike, and the count is at 3 balls and a strike. Still good hitters count here for Lyons. Sunstad still has to come to Lyons. 3-1 pitch misses. Oh, did not miss inside. It was taken for a strike, and it's now 3-2. And some groans from the Post State faithful that have made the trip to Sioux Falls. Here's now a 3-2 count and a pitch from Sunstad. And Lyons will rip that into left field, but it will hold up just far enough for Chapman to make the catch. And that will retire the side here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-run score on 2 hits in the inning. No errors and no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Post State leads it 6-2 over Spearfish. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Did you miss your exit?
For the 2nd time in a row.
Ooh, 3rd time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet, but forget your phone instead? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so sexy. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here, bottom of the 5th inning, Post State leads at 6-2 over the Spearfish Post 164. Jaden Wiebe will face 1, 2, and 3. Brady Hartwig, Ty Sieber, and Aiden Hotz. He threw just 2 pitches in the bottom of the 4th to get out of that inning and keep Isaac Pollock in line for the win. As Wiebe threw 2 pitches, both of them strikes, to get that final out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now here is Brady Hartwig, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch from Wiebe is over for strike 1. Wiebe so far in the season as he was coming in here, he has thrown 2 innings in his 1 relief appearance. He had 1 hit. That was it. No runs, no walks. He had 1 strikeout. So his whip was .5 coming into this outing. An ERA of 0 and a batting average of 143 against. 1-1 pitch to Hartwig. Ground ball right back to Wiebe. It takes a high hop over the mound and into center field for a base hit. And just the 2nd hit of the ball game for Spearfish. And that takes a normal hop, and that's right in the middle of Wiebe. But boy, oh boy, that take a huge hop right before it got to him. So now it's Ty Sieber, who drove in Spearfish's first run back in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch. That one will miss low for ball one to Sieber. He is 1 for 2. Trying to back to the pitcher and got the base hit to make it a, at that time, 4-1 ball game. Then he came around to score on a wild pitch to make it 4-2. That one misses outside, and the count is now 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Wiebe to Siebert. That one will be fouled out of play. And the count is now at 2 balls and a strike. Leading away from first is Hartwig. With nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's a 2-1 from Wiebe. Runner takes off, is fouled at the plate on the right side, so the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Two and 2 the count with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Wiebe delivers, and it's upstairs. It's now 3 and 2 on deck. Is Aiden Hotz, the number 3 hitter. Just the second hit of the ball game right now with a runner on first base. And nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 pitch, reaching for it is Sieber. He'll get a base hit out in the left field. Stopping at second will be Hartwig, and it's back-to-back hits for Spearfish to kick off the bottom of the 5th inning. Reaching for it. Low underneath the zone, probably swung a ball 4, but 2 strikes, you got to swing. And he was able to poke it in the left field for a base hit. And a 2 for 3 day sounds better than 1 for 2 day right now, as he has 2 of the 3 hits for Spearfish. And here is Aiden Hotz, the number 3 hitter. That one misses inside for ball 1. And Hott had 2 doubles yesterday for Spearfish against Mitchell. Went 2 for 4. He's 0 for 2 right now with a strikeout and a ground out. The 1-0 pitch is outside, and it's now 2-0. Post State leading by 4 right now, 6-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Pitch at the letters. Hott was maybe trying to think of maybe making it 6-4, not trying to make it 6-5. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Wiebe to Hotz. Swing and a miss. And it's now 2-2. Hartwig leads away from second. Sieber away from first. Here's the 2-2. Curveball that just misses outside. And the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Wiebe does not want to walk the bases loaded here with nobody out. Here's a 3-2. Will be ball 4, and it will be the bases loaded now with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Fireeisen will come to the plate. Caden Fireeisen, he's 0 for 2. He popped out, or he actually lined out to the second baseman, which was Wiebe at the time, and he struck out looking. Part of the 8 strikeouts for Isaac Pollock in 3 2/3 today. First pitch over for strike 1. Good velocity on that one from Jaden Wiebe. Corners are in with the bases loaded, nobody out. The middle is still back. They'll trade 2 outs for 1 run. 0-1 pitch comes inside, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. But a ground ball back to Lyons. To Dean at first, maybe right back to the mound at Wiebe. And start a double play throwing it home first. 1-1 will miss low and outside. Good stop there by Stallion. It's now 2-1. No Grayson Hunsley today. Stallion behind the plate for the 8s. Here's the 2-1 from Wiebe. That one is on the outside edge. It is now 2-2. And Fireeisen's got to protect down with a 2-2 count. With the bases loaded and nobody out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Fireeisen strikes out. His second time he's been struck out in the ball game. And there's now one down for Carter Lyon. Bases are loaded with 1 out. This is Alec Hunstead. And he'll foul that first pitch back. Alec Hunstead is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That one's on the outside edge. It's now 0-2 to Hunstead. Hunstead now the pitcher for Spearfish. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 0-2 pitch. Comes inside, now 1-2. Carter Lyon is waiting on deck. Here's the 1-2 from Wiebe. Getting a piece of it, grounding it to the shortstop. Throw to second for 1. Hansen trying to get back to first, not going to be in time. 1 run will come in to score, but a really good play from Keenels to Hansen just to have a shot at a potential double play was going to be tough. A run does come in to score. And it's now runners at the corners with 2 away. And an RBI for Hunstead. As it goes 6-4 on the fielder's choice. And it brings up Carter Lyon. Lyon struck out swinging back in the 2nd, drew a walk in the 4th, and was stranded at 3rd base. Runners at 1st and 3rd. First pitch, just barely getting a piece of it, was Lyon, and he fouls it away, and it's 0-1. Due up for a post 8 at the top of the 6th, 7, 8, 9. Jet Zabel, Matt Hansen, and Brecken Kruger. It'll be the 3rd time, all 3 times that the 8s will start an inning with 7, 8, and 9. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Jaden Wiebe. Ground ball to the right side. Matt Hansen will come in. He'll flip it to second, and that will end the inning here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nice soft toss from Hansen over to Keenels to retire the side. 1 run does score on 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 2 men left on base. After 5 completes, it is a 6-3 ball game as Pierre leads over Spearfish. You listen to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your why at the Milwaukee Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Top of the 6th inning in Post 8. They lead at 6-3. Jet Zabel will lead things off, followed by Matthew Hansen and Brecken Kruger. Zabel, who came into the ball game when Wiebe went to the mound, he's playing right field right now. He took over for Gary Nedved's spot in the DH position in the lineup, and he will have his first at bat of the ball game as Hunstead will finish his warm-up tosses. Actually, I believe we have a new pitcher on the mound again for Spearfish, as it will be number 3, Noah Molman. So Molman will be on the mound, and we'll try and get all the changes around for Spearfish, as Jet Zabel will take strike 1 to kick off the top of the 6th inning. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss by Zabel, and it's now 0-2. As Jet Zabel hitting .250 so far in the season. 3 doubles, all of his hits have been doubles. He's driven in 3 runs. would be nice for double number 4 to kick off the top of the 6th inning. There's a ground ball to the right side. That will not be a double. It'll be fielded by the second baseman. And the throw to first will retire is able to kick off the top of the 6th inning. And there's one down to bring up Matt Hansen. Matthew Hansen at 1 for 1 so far. Singled in the 2nd and then drew a walk in the top of the 4th inning. As he awaits the first pitch from Noah Molman. That one will miss upstairs for ball 1. So Chapman is now in center. He moves from left to center. Sundstad will go to left field, and everybody else will stay the same. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-0 to Hansen. So Sundstad is out in left, Chapman in center, Haunt in right, Fireeisen in third, Hartwig at short, Tystad at second, Sieber at first. Behind the plate is Carter Lyon, and the count's now 2-1. Here to Matthew Hansen. And we can close the book on a Sundstad who went 2 innings, as that's taken for a strike, and it's now 2-2 here to Hansen. He went 2 innings, giving up 1 hit. Actually, Molman was pitching last inning already. So the count is now 3-2. He actually went 2 innings, did Sundstad. He had 3 walks, 1 hit, no earned runs, no strikeouts. Molman has given up those 2 runs back last inning as he walks Matt Hansen with 1 out and now a runner on base to bring up Brecken Kruger. Kruger is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging, and then he had a sacrifice bunt that moved Hansen from second to third. But Staley ended up grounding out to end the inning without the run scoring. First pitch, half swing there by Kruger, but a full swing, and it's 0-1. So my apologies. No, Molman has been pitching for an inning and a third now. Came in last inning, and I did not realize it. Sundstad is out in left field, so Sundstad with those 2 innings, giving up just that 1 hit, 3 walks, and did not allow a run. There's a base hit for Brecken Kruger out in the left field. It's now first and second here with 1 down. It's back to the top of the order. And Kruger is 1 for 2 in the ball game. George Staley, who is 1 for 3, he's got the opportunity to extend this post-state lead. We've had a 4-run lead after 2 innings, and had another 4-run lead after the top of the 5th. Now leaded by 3, 6-3. First pitch from Staley. That's off the plate. Going to be a tough play for the pitcher. The throw to first is in time to get Staley out at first. Barely got him out at first. Looks like a sacrifice. Unfortunately, doesn't go down as a sacrifice. But a 1-3 putout. There's now 2 down. Both runners advance 90 feet. And it's second and third here with 2 away. And it brings up now Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He walked, flew out to center, and then singled. And a base hit could help his cause here as we get late in this ball game to extend the post-state lead. They lead at 6-3 right now. 0-1 pitch to Wiebe. That one will bounce in. Good block there from Lyon. And unable to advance is Hansen trying to score. So it remains at second and third here with 2 down. Wiebe looking for his first RBI. Could get 2 with a base hit. 1-1 pitch. Bouncing in. That goes off the helmet of Lyon. He stood in there strong to make the play. So a 2-1 count. Here to the 8th second baseman, Jaden Wiebe. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one taken on the inside edge, and is now 2-2. Second and third, 2 away. 2-2 pitch to Wiebe. Swinging the pitch at a pitch in the dirt, and that will end the inning here in the top of the 6th. First time that Wiebe struck out all season. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Post State still leads 6-3. Listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and Post State's leading 6-3 over Spearfish. As we welcome you back here to Harmon Park. Game number 2 on the way as Pierre will face Sioux Falls West. The West team is sitting to the third base side. I believe they didn't play in this well, I don't think. I think Sioux Falls West will end up being in the third base dugout, so Pierre everybody will have to evacuate a dugout as the first pitch will miss for ball 1. Here to the number 7 hitter, Cody Chapman. Chapman, Hogan Tystad, and then Noah Malman. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball left side. Johnny Lyons off the glove. Picks it back up, throw across. It's still going to be in time to get him. Good play from Johnny Lyons. He kind of lost sight of the ball. Was able to find it, pick it back up, and still turn around and fire a strike to Bennett Dean at first and retire the leadoff man here at the bottom of the 6th. I'm going to bring up Hogan Tystad. Tystad went 2 innings on the mound. Gave up 4 runs, only 1 of them earned. As the 3 runs that were scored in the top of the first inning were all unearned against Tystad. But right now, still, he would be in line for the loss if Spearfish is unable to at least tie the ball game up, as the count is 1-1 here to Tystad. That one to come in tight on him. Backs away for the plate, now 2-1. Tystad did walk his first trip to the plate. That one will also miss, now 3-1. He went 1 for 4 yesterday with a run scored. 3-1 pitch. That one will miss, so 1-out walk issued to Tystad. Second time he's been able to go to first with a free base. And it's 1 on and 1 out for Noah Molman, who is 0 for 2. Reshawn Aaron also grounded out to the third baseman Lyons. He can help himself out now with a base hit to push that runner into scoring position. First pitch is popped foul and out of play. And it is 0-1. Again, Sioux Falls West will be facing Pierre after this game concludes. We'll have it here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Be the 5th South Dakota game of the season for Post State. They're trying to go to 2-3. There's going to be 2-2 right now. Line shot right back off of Wiebe. Stalley will pick it up, and the throw to first will not be in time. And I don't know if that hit the glove or hit the leg of Wiebe, but he seems to be okay. And it's going to be first and second here with 1 out. And I think he says it went off the glove. And that's best case scenario of that ball. And got him maybe above the glove on the wrist. And he seems to be okay. And that was best case scenario for that ball coming right back at him. that it didn't go off the leg because he had that leg flexed to try and keep from getting hit. And that could have really stung him. I'm sure it won't feel good tomorrow. But the adrenaline's kicked in right now for Wiebe, and he's sticking back in there. There's a ground ball to the left side. Keenholz will field, flip to second for one. Hansen back to first. It's a 6-4-3 double play, and it retires the side on the very next pitch. Wiebe almost gets hit in the leg on an infield single, and then the very next pitch is a ground ball double play to finish out the inning. 6-4-3 it goes. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one man left on base. We head to the top of the seventh. Post State still leading 6-3 over Spearfish. You listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
So Brady Hartwig is now on the pitch to the top of the seventh inning for Spearfish. And this might be for the last couple of pitchers are just trying to get innings in with also keeping the pitch count low for all these guys. So they're able to pitch again coming up this weekend as we head to the top of the seventh. And Post State leading 6-3 over the Spearfish Post 164. So Hartwig will come to the plate, or come to the mound. And to the plate will be Lincoln Keenholz, Jack Merquan, and Bennett Dean, 3, 4, and 5 for the Eights. Keenholz is 3 for 3, 2 singles and a triple. So probably won't get the cycle in this game, but as the first pitch by the pitcher Hartwig will pop it up into shallow center field, right at the edge of the infield, as the catch is made by the shortstop. As that is Eriks now at shortstop. He comes in for Sunstad. Molman goes back out to center field. And Hartwig now on the mound for Spearfish, and there's one down as the first pitch to Merquan will miss upstairs for ball one. So 2 innings for Molman, as it's now a 1-1 count to Merquan. 2 innings for Molman. Gave up 2 runs, both of them earned on 3 hits, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And the count is 2-1 now here to Merquan. 2-1 pitch. Merquan, ground ball left side, back to Eriks again at shortstop. Throw across is in time. There's now 2 down. Eriks comes in the ball game, and they always say the ball will find you when you come in the ball game, and Eriks was ready to make those 2 plays. He's on the bench for the first 6 innings and gets 2 balls hit to him in the 7th. And now here's Bennett Dean with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 7th inning. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for Spearfish in the bottom of the 7th as the first pitch is over for strike 1 to Dean. And they will need at least 3 runs in that 7th inning. Lincoln Keenholz right now looks like he's warming up on the side as Dean will look trying to shoot the gap coming in. The left fielder can't make the catch, and Dean will have a base hit. His second hit of the ball game. He's now 2 for 4. And we'll extend the inning over to Johnny Lyons, who is 0 for 3. Good diving attempt from Chapman out in left field, but looked like even if he came away with it cleanly, it was still going to be a trap And Dean was going to have a base hit regardless. So a runner on first with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Here's the first pitch to Johnny Lyons. Bounces in for ball 1. Again, Siebert, Hotz, and Fireeisen will be the first 3 hitters for Spearfish in the top of the 7th. And right now it's a 6-3 ball game, and Post State trying to extend it. There's a line shot into left field for a base hit. Left center field over the head of the shortstop. Dean with a hard turnaround second. He'll stop there at second base. And his first and second with 2 down here in the top of the 7th. And now it's Jet Zabel with an opportunity with a base hit could give the lead up to 4 once again for Post State. Looks like, double barrel action, the bullpen out in right field for Spearfish. Whether it be a bullpen session, because again, they're a team that's moved from Spearfish to Mitchell last night and played that game, and now here in Sioux Falls for 1 game today, another game in Sioux Falls tomorrow against East, and then they'll go down to Yankton for their tournament, which starts on Friday. First pitch to Zabel is over for strike 1. So you might be seeing guys getting a bullpen in just to get that bullpen in what would be from their practice day. That one's upstairs, and it's now 1-1 here to Jet Zabel. Zabel grounded out to the second baseman. And Tystad in his first trip to the plate, only trip to the plate. 2-0 pitch will miss, or 1-0-1 pitch will miss, and it's now 2-1. Zabel's 3 hits have been doubles. He's got 3 RBIs in the season. That one will be taken for a strike, and it's now 2-2. The deuces are wild here at the top of the 7th. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, it's now 3-2. Everybody will get a head start here. 3-2 pitch. Zabel will take it for ball 4. The bases are now loaded with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And it brings up Matt Hansen, who's been on base all 3 times. And time will be called, and with a couple guys out in the bullpen, a righty, 2 righties in the bullpen. We'll see if a change is made from Spearfish. And a long conversation here out on the mound right now. Looks like it won't result in a pitching change as the umpire starts to make his way out. Everybody seems to be ready to go, so bases are loaded with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And Matthew Hansen will have an opportunity to extend this 3-run lead here for Post State. Working from the windup, here's the first pitch. Taken for strike 1. Hansen again, just 1 for 1 so far, but he walked twice. Singled in the second, walked in the 4th, and walked in the 6th. That one's over, and it's now 0-2 here to Matt Hansen. Here's the 0-2 to Matthew Hansen upstairs, and it's now 1-2. As Hartwig trying to still keep it a clean inning without a run scoring here. 1-2 pitch. And that one is fouled out of play. And it remains at 1-2. Here to Matthew Hansen. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Hansen pops it up on the infield. The shortstop, and Eriks will call for it. He'll make the catch. And able to strand the bases loaded is Hartwig. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Post State, even though they strand the bases loaded, still have a 3-run lead, leading 6-3 over the Spearfish post 164. Back in a minute. Listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
So Lincoln Keenolds is now on the mound to try and finish this one out here for Post State, as Jaden Wiebe will move to second, back to second, and Matthew Hansen will move his way from second to shortstop. The utility player of Matthew Hansen playing right field in the first 4 innings, and then second base for the next 2, and then shortstop here for the bottom of the 7th with a 6-3 lead for Post State, trying to close this one out over the Spearfish post 164. And for Jaden Wiebe will get you his totals, as he went those 2 1/3 innings, allowing 1 run. It was earned. 3 hits allowed, 2 walks, 1 strikeout for Jaden Wiebe. So Lincoln Keenolds will have 2, 3, and 4 to try and close it out, pick up the save for Post State, and get the 4th win of the season for the Eights. First pitch, ground ball by Ty Sieber over to second. Wiebe bobbles it, and the leadoff man will get on base. And the second error against Post State here in this ball game. So now we'll bring up Aiden Hotz, the second baseman. The first pitch from Lincoln Keenolds gets the first runner on base here. Here's the first pitch now to Hott. That one's on the outside edge and taken for strike 1. Boy, that's a tough pitch to do anything with. You can spot that one there every time. And it's going to be hard for anybody to hit on the outside corner like that. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there from Keenolds. Swinging over the top, it was Aiden Hotz, and it's now 0-2. He is 0 for 2, struck out swinging and grounded out to the second baseman. He walked and then was thrown out on a fielder's choice in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball back to Wiebe over at second base. He'll flip it to second for 1, back to first. It's not going to be in time, so it ends up being a fielder's choice for Hotz. 4-6 on the putout, 1 down, and still runner on first base. And he'll bring up Caden Feierheisen. Feierheisen is 0 for 3. He lined out to second, struck out looking, struck out swinging. And Feierheisen's trying to get on base and extend this ball game. Ground ball can get you out of this ball game here for Lincoln Keenolds. There's a first pitch strike taken from Caden Feierheisen. Here's the 0-1. That one is right down the middle, now 0-2. Listen to KCCR Pierre, Riverfront Broadcasting Station, just past 5 o'clock. We have one final score across the state right now. Brookings beat Post 320, either 8-5 or 8-4. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout of Feierheisen. There's now 2 down. And 1 out away now from finishing out this win against Spearfish, as Alec Hunstead, the right fielder, will come to the plate. He had the RBI fielder's choice back in the bottom of the fifth to make it a 6-3 ball game, and that is where we sit here with 2 outs in the bottom of the seventh. I say either 8-5 or 8-4 for Brookings over 320 because if you look at one game changer, Brookings won 8-4. If you look at the other game changer, they won 8-5. Either way, they won over Post 320. That one coming about 15 minutes ago. Mitchell and Brandon Valley are starting a game just now. As that one's over for strike one to Alec Hunstead. 0 for 2, walk, strikeout, and an RBI fielder's choice. With 2 outs now here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And Post State, who led 3-0 after the top of the first and 4-0 after 2, looking to hold on for a 6-3 victory. That one's at the top of the zone and is now 0-2. And Keenels a strike away from picking up a win over Spearfish. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Looked at for strike 3, and that will end the ball game. Roll 8s. Post State with 2 strikeouts. The inning from Lincoln Keenels gets a scoreless. Bottom of the seventh for the save. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base in the seventh. 6-3 our final in game number 1. Post State takes it. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back with post game of game number 1, get you set for game number 2. Listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of heat-a-later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of heat-a-later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-a-later fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
As we welcome you back here to Harmon Park, it is a 6-3 win for Post State in game 1 of our doubleheader. Sioux Falls West will be there getting warmed up right now as we'll get this second game started here within the next half hour as Post State picks up a 6-3 win over Spearfish in game number 1 with 6 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on base. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 8 men left on base for Spearfish. As at Post State, Isaac Pollock picks up the win. Lincoln Keenels will get the save as he finished the 7th inning with a scoreless inning. He did not give up a hit, no walks. He had 2 strikeouts, and no runs came across against Lincoln Keenels in the bottom of the 7th. As Pollock picks up the win, Weeby with a 2 1/3 innings of relief, and Lincoln Keenels the save of that inning. But time of the ball game was 2 hours and 6 minutes. As the Aces took a 3-0 lead in the top of the first, thanks to a 2-out error that scored the first run, and then a 2-run inside the park home run from Bennett Dean made it 3-0. All unearned runs against Hogan Tystad, who went 2 innings, allowing 4 runs, just 1 earned, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And then for the top of the second, it was an RBI single from George Staley with 2 outs in the inning to make it a 4-0 ball game. Bottom of the third, a leadoff error from Noah Molman got him on base. Ty Siebert drove him in with a base hit. He ended up scoring on a wild pitch that made it 4-2. Where in the top of the fifth inning, it was a 2-run inning. A RBI triple for Lincoln Keenels and a sac fly RBI from Jack Merkwan made it 6-2. And then an RBI fielder's choice from Alec Hunstad in the bottom of the fifth made it 6-3, and zeros across the way as Alex Hunstad went 2 innings, did not allow a run, 1 hit, 3 walks, and no strikeouts. 2 innings from Noah Molman in relief. He gave up 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. And Brady Hartwig, he gave up 2 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts, no runs. In the 1 inning of relief, he was able to strand the bases loaded in that top of the 7th in his 1 inning of relief as Spearfish used 4 pitchers in that ball game. And Post State were able to use 3 to pick up the win. So the Eights will be taking on Sioux Falls West here in just a little bit as they are looking for their 3rd straight South Dakota win, now back to 2-2 in South Dakota games. And a big matchup against Sioux Falls West upcoming here in just a little while. We will send things back to the station. If you're watching on YouTube and you're new to watching on YouTube, we will end the broadcast, and we will come back with the separate broadcast of the second game for you here in just a little while. But we'll send things back to the station just after 5 o'clock, right around the time that you'll hear Zach Nelson have his 5 o'clock news. Well, we'll have that for you here coming up in just a little bit. Back in 3 minutes with News Director Zach Nelson and the 5 o'clock news. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KC.